Today we're going to make pizza. I'm going to show you how I make pizza. These are the ingredients for one pizza. And this is what I use for the sauce. Just anything I find lying around. So to make it, you sift all the dry ingredients together, pour in some water and some olive oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Find a bottle that pours a bit faster than this thing. And people will tell you there's ways of adding it all in and mixing it up properly. I stir it with my finger. Just stir and stir and stir. You only need to have one finger. It'll get pretty mucky. But after a while, the mixture dries up and you can use your hands. And it comes out nice and dry, not too sticky. See, my hands are pretty clean. And a bit of flour and knead the dough. Knead the dough. And knead the dough. And knead the dough. And knead the dough. About 10 minutes. When you're finished, the dough should, if you put it in a bowl and poke it, it should spring back lightly, like that. Okay, then stick it in a lightly greased bowl with enough room to move. Cover it with cling wrap. Some people use a towel. I like to keep the moisture in a bit better, so I use cling wrap. And put it somewhere warm until it's doubled in size. About an hour, should be doubled. Unwrap it and press it down. So using your knuckles, don't worry about the people walking past in the background. Using your knuckles, push it down from the center to the outside, and that removes all the big air bubbles. We don't want them in there at this stage. Then you can take it out of the bowl and give it a light kneading. Well, you can give it a heavy kneading at this point. It doesn't really matter. It's going to rise again. But just a quick knead, just to get out any other air bubbles. Roll it up into a ball, which you can't see here, but it's by pulling the top down to the bottom. And then wrap it up again. And then someone walks in and puts a bag of chips in my shot, because she has absolutely no respect. There she is again. So I edited the bit out there where I had to tell her to go away. Anyway, wrap up the dough and put it in a warm spot again until it's risen another hour or so. So like it says, make the sauce. You can use whatever you like in your sauce. I like putting a bit of chili and garlic. And toppings, we usually have a bit of pepperoni. Sometimes I'll make a seafood one with some tuna or something like that. When your dough is risen, it's nice and big here. And that's why I use cling wrap, otherwise it will stick to it. Gently press it down again. If you're filming it, try and keep it in shot. Pressing down just with your knuckles from the center to the outside again. Now, if you're clever, you can get away with doing this second kneading bit because it'll be sort of pizza shaped, but mine was a bit soft at that point, so I decided to wrap it up and do a very light knead. Just tighten it up a bit and flatten it out. If it's nice soft dough, it should flatten out well. This was quite springy dough, so it kept on sort of rolling back. Anyway, once you've flattened it, flip it in the air. The centrifugal force will help push the dough out into a round shape. Try to catch it on the back of your hand or somewhere your arm. Don't try and catch it in your hands, your fingers will go through it. On a pizza tray or a flat tray, if you've only got a flat tray, a bit of polenta or semolina will help the base crisp up. My base was a bit soft here, so I had to sort of pat it down a bit. If you prick it around with a fork or a pizza roller, that'll stop it from puffing up too much in the middle. And then you can put on your sauce, smooth it down with the back of a spoon. I like a pretty thick sauce, spread thinly. Don't like it too watery. And because I'm using tomato paste, it works pretty well. Now here's up to you, a layer of cheese before or after. I like to do a little one on the bottom just to help things stick, and then put my ingredients on top. And because we have certain dietary requirements in parts of the household, when I put the onion on, I have to leave a quarter of it not onionized. Today I'm using ham and pepperoni because we're going away and we had some ham in the fridge and I needed to use it all up. So you can see here the onion doesn't go all over. Black and green olives, just cause, and then another layer of cheese. I like a pretty thick one. Again, I wanted to use up all the cheese. Bit of parmesan, and she's ready to go in the oven. Oven should be about 230 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. I left mine in for a bit longer and she got a bit burnt around the edges. A little bit crispier than we normally like. So pop it out of its tray onto a serving dish. You could cook it on a pizza tray if you wanted, a pizza stone if you wanted to. We just prefer the way it cooks on the tray, and then we just serve it on the stone and cut her up, and she's ready to go. So, hope you enjoy. Make your pizza how you like it. Cut it, eat it. I'll see you tomorrow.